From the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C.
We are here at the Library of Congress today celebrating a really remarkable milestone, 100 million books that have been given away by the Imagination Library. Can you share with us the story about your incentive for beginning this program?
Well, first of all, I'm very, very excited about being here at the Library of Congress and knowing that I have a little book that's going to go there forever that's celebrating our 100 millionth book. But the actual beginning of the Imagination Library was based on my own life and my own dad, who was not able to read nor write, but one of the smarter people that one would ever want to know. And Daddy got to live long enough to see it begin to take off and do good, and to hear the kids call me the book lady. He got such a kick out of that. But Daddy took a lot of pride in this, and I wanted to make my dad proud. I wanted to honor him because of his goodness and his willingness and his love for all his kids. There's 12 of us. And so Daddy just worked hard, and it made me feel good in my heart that I could do something to make Daddy proud. And the bigger it gets, the more I think about my dad, and to think he must be up there somewhere thinking, yeah, you go, you did it. So anyway, I'm proud. And the little coat of many colors is a true story from my childhood about a little coat my mother made for me. So today I got to honor my daddy and my mother by having the little story that she had told that inspired me to write the song about a little ragged coat. She told the story from the Bible when she made that little coat for me in real life. And so it was just, today was real special because of Mom, Dad, and the 100 millionth book.
They must be so proud. Have you thought about how many children you have impacted with this program? It's so remarkable.
Well, it makes me feel good to hear all the little stories from all the kids that they say that I've touched, all the little letters I get, letters from the parents and the things that all the kids have to say. Some of the kids, when they're 6 years old, I get letters because they're really disappointed that they're not on the program anymore. They're not getting their books because it stops when they start kindergarten, when they're 5. So it's cute. And then through the years, for 23 years we've had this program going. But it's only been in the last several years that it's done so great. But the fact that we have kids that are in college now, or kids that are married and have little kids of their own now, it's really amazing to get a letter from somebody like that and to say what it has meant to them or what it's meaning to their little bitty kids.
They are Imagination Library graduates.
Yeah, they are.
In 2011, you expanded the program to include audio and Braille books as well. Why was that an important step to take?
We felt that it was important for audio and for the Braille because there are so many children out there that are so different. And that's one of the things in the little Coat of Many Colors book, talking about the difference in people and the anti-bullying, or just accepting that everybody is not the same. So accept each other as we are and who we are. But it really, I think we will grow through the years, and with all this day and time, with all the social media, I'm sure we'll have to make all sorts of changes. But I'm always hoping that we can have the little physical books that they can hold in their hand and they can actually get through the mail. But time will tell, but we'll grow with the times.
One of the announcements today is about a collaboration with the Library of Congress and the Imagination Library to hold story time for children. What do you think it says to the children around the nation that the National Library, the Congressional Library, has programs for them?
I think that should mean a lot to children. I really think to have a program like that where they feel special, they're made to feel special, and I think they take a lot of pride in anything. I think children take pride in anybody that makes them feel special. I think it gives them a confidence. I think it instills a pride in them that they carry their whole lives. And plus, I think it's a wonderful program. I think it also has a whole lot of children to be together, of course, and they can share a common dream and a common thing or theme. And so I think that it's a wonderful thing that they're doing. And I think it'll just make the children even more special and more complete.
Like owning their own books.
Like owning their own books. Yeah.
I wanted to shift gears and ask you just a couple questions about one of the other wonderful legacies of your life of songwriting. The U.S. Copyright Office is here at the library. You've been writing songs for so many decades, and we did some homework and found one of your earliest registrations. It's Sure Gonna Hurt by you and your Uncle Bill Owens.
Yes.
What does copyright mean to songwriters?
Well, it makes you feel like that what you do, your art, your work, is being recognized and being protected. I remember I started writing for BMI, Broadcast Music. I've always been with them when I was really, really young. That particular copyright you're talking about, I think I was 15, maybe 14 or 15. I was probably 14 when I wrote it, 15 when it came out as a record. It may not kill me, but it's sure gonna hurt was the whole theme. It's sure gonna hurt was the title. But when they actually shared that with me today, they brought some of the things out and let me see them. And it was just amazing to think that all these years and going back that far in time, and it made me feel like an old fossil in a way, but I mean, I've often said that I feel like I'm as old as yesterday, but as new as tomorrow. And to think that they had all that stuff from back then, and now here I am, still doing good things in the world and hopefully trying to continue to do good things to uplift people and mankind and to glorify God, in my way. So I just really, it's been a journey. And it's been one that I've tried to stay on course with. I've tried never to waver. I mean, I love to branch out and do different things, but I've always kept straight to, more to my music than anything else. Because out of a song that's carried me everywhere, that carried me out of the Smokies and has brought me here to Library of Congress. My little story of many colors and the little book and the song, and so it's been a wonderful life.
Well, speaking of that song, the library in 2011 added that song to the National Recording Registry, which is a congressionally created program to recognize the most important sound recordings in our nation's history.
Wow.
What did that recognition mean to you?
It meant a lot, and one of the things I'm proudest of about the little coat of many colors, because at that time, you never think about those things, of course. Because Mama had just made that little coat out of scraps, and I needed the coat in order to make me feel proud and not ashamed that I was having to wear rags or scraps. She told me the story from the Bible, the little Joseph's coat of many colors. Then as years went by, it became a hit. It really healed a lot of people. People related to it because so many people have been made fun of and laughed at or made to feel less over whether it's being, a handicap or overweight or just anything that or whatever it may be. But this little book, it addresses the difference in people. It's about love. It's more than a song. It's a philosophy. It's an attitude. It's about acceptance. And now in schools, they teach a lot of, from this little Coat of Many Colors book, the original one, and the song when we first illustrated the song. And it really talks about bullying and just how that's not a good thing. And when I did a children's album this year, all the money going to the Imagination Library. A lot of the songs based on some of the books from the Imagination Library, but I did directly address the bullying. Like there's a song called Making Funny, and it's like, how would you feel if this happened to you? So through that little book, The Coat of Many Colors, and how that little book has meant so much to so many through the years, the song and the book, and what it teaches children, it makes me feel very proud. And I know my dad's proud of the Imagination Library and the 100 million books, but I know my mom is just as proud of the little Coat of Many Colors. So this is a great honor for me, for my parents.
What a great honor to have you here with us at the library. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you very much.
This has been a presentation of the Library of Congress. Visit us at loc.gov.